Crybaby is here.
No, the sports book of the opera. What do we call this? The championship week or some shit?
Yeah, championship week.
Championship week.
Conference championships.
With the pick man being the guru himself, the sports book of the going with the Rams +3 in New Orleans in Mercedes-Benz Superdome. So weather will not be an issue. Had to school down on that. Teams met in November, 45-35 Saints win, handing LA their first loss of the season. We have Saints of the Rams to 91 yards rushing in the previous matchup. We have the third largest quarterback age spread in NFL history. To be age spread in NFL history in the game after that. You have a injury. You have a receiver on both sides that's out for the season, correct? That being, let me set that up for you. That being Cooper Kupp for the Rams out for the season. You have that's for the Rams, as I said. You have Dez Bryant out for the season for the Saints, so I think they're pretty even there. So I don't see, based on the previous game of the season, I don't see a lot of siding with the Saints with the Rams, but the spread is 3 points now. So they're going to have to do something different than they did last game. But the biggest issue I see is the Madhouse Superdome. 6-0, they're all-time under what's it?
Sean Payton.
Under Brees/Payton in the playoffs. So let's have the counterpoint here from the Big B.
Oh, well, before I start, I just want to give my sister, Katie Lehman, a shout-out. Ben Simmons was wearing her stuff a couple days ago, so I just want to give a shout-out to my sister. She owns a clothing line, and Ben Simmons and LeBron James stuff. So on my pick, I guess number one, people keep bringing up the game that they lost by some point. Things change, they make adjustments. Last time they played, Michael Thomas had 180 yards. Marcus Peters got toast. That they're going to adjust. I don't think Michael Thomas is going to have a big game. I think last week the and Todd Gurley combined for 240 yards against a really good defense from Dallas. I think they're going to have the same game plan last time. The yards, but they only had Todd Gurley. I think Steve Anderson gives Todd Gurley rest. I think Todd Gurley's fresher in the fourth quarter with C.J. Anderson. I think they're going to be able to run the ball and keep Drew Brees off the field. I also like the fact that they have two really good interior pass rushers with Dominican Sue and Donald. I think the Dallas Cowboys had the blueprint when they won 30-10. They were able to pressure Brees up the middle, and Brees has trouble seeing, 6 feet tall. So I think if you can get pressure up the middle and you can force Drew Brees out of the pocket, you have a chance. With the two rushers, I think they're going to do a good job getting it on Brees. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's probably going to be 38, 35, somewhere in that ballpark. But I actually am going to take the Rams outright. I'm going to be bold. Brian for B for bold. I'm going to take the Rams out. Not only will it cover the 3, I'm going to take them outright. And I think it's a good sign that it was -3.5. It was -3.5, plus 3.5. Now it's +3. I think it means that more people are actually putting money on the Rams. So a lot more people realize that this is a good Rams team, and I think that's a good sign for my bet is that more people are putting money on the Rams. That's why the line changed. That's for all those reasons. I think the Rams will actually win. Not only will they cover, but I think they'll win out.
Your audio sucks. You're all choppy, but anyway, so limit your commentary. The Rams come into the game looking to reach franchise's first Super Bowl since 2001 and first as the LA Rams since 1979 after their win over the Cowboys. The Saints looking to first Super Bowl berth since winning back in 2009. So let's hear it from Ryan. Let's hear it from you because I think Danny first last week.
Yeah, well, the money line, the spread with the money, Bri, is 55% favor of New Orleans. In that last matchup, doesn't matter. They have Aaron Donald. He had 20 sacks. How many sacks he had in that game? He had absolutely 0 sacks. There were no sacks in the game the first time these two teams played. So the offense, because they both had reasonably good offensive lines. So, as Dan says, I would go with the Bob method. Bet opposite Brian this week. He was a contrarian last week. I'll be the contrarian. First one to be a contrarian this week. Bet opposite Brian. If I was in Jersey, I'd be putting my money down on New Orleans in this game. So, the Rams are the number 2 rush defense in the NFL this season. Yeah, C.J. Anderson's in there now. Change up the pace with Gurley, but that rushing game defense isn't going to change. It's going to come down to their pass defense. They're 29th. The Rams are fifth offensively. So, but I think
since you guys are being contrarians, I get to go at the end and counter all your stupid ass points.
No.
So I bet opposite Brian this week, ladies and gentlemen, and that's coming from somebody who has 4 victories. Brian has 0. I have 4. Brian's got 0. Don't be bold. Be smart. That's all I have to say.
I want to say I think Ryan took it on and Brian interrupted him.
No, if you guys are gonna do that, I get a moment for rebuttal. That's all. I get a second turn.
Global warming is real, and the Bob principle is real as well.
What are you doing?
So the money is evenly split, like Ryan said, slightly favoring New Orleans. In Brian's defense, the line did half and it's moved to 3. So the line's pushed in favor of the Rams slightly. So that 3 against 3 and a hook could be the decider whether you win or lose a bet. Let's look at the time scenario. You hate to, if you go in the overtime scenario with 3.5, you're screwed, right? All they have to do is kick a field goal.
No, it doesn't work that way anymore. They changed the rules about 8 years ago.
No, I know that, but I'm saying if you kick a field goal, the other team gets a touch. But let's say the other team gets a touch, and they don't. All you need is a field goal to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That going into an overtime area with 3.5 is not a good scene because teams are looking. most likely one of those teams is going to score 3, and you'll be screwed with that point. So, Big Danny D, the 5 head of nuts. What say you?
Well, first, I'd like to thank Jim Schwartz for making this possible. And I'd like to know if Wade Phillips is going to blitz this afternoon, unlike Mr. Schwartz. As Scott was mentioning, the last team to beat New Orleans in a playoff game at the Superdome was the 1992 Eagles, coached by the great Rick Kotite. They've been undefeated at home since. Bill Vinovich is going to be the referee for this afternoon's game. The Rams are 0-8 in games officiated by Mr. Vinovich. The only thing I guess we can hope for is that it's a close game and the Rams cover. I'm not really sure what's going to change. It would be interesting to see what C.J. Anderson does do in this game, since they didn't have that element last time when they played. Aaron Donald has to come up big, otherwise they have no shot. And I also think it's going to help that Rankins is out. That should help the Rams a little bit, not having him in the middle of the line. I don't know how you can go against the Saints at home. Considering all the numbers that show how great they are at home, with Peyton and the Breeze and all that other stuff. I know they're coming back for a second time, and the noise I don't think will be as bad for them because they've been there, they've been through it. I hope it's a close game, but it's difficult to bet against Breeze at home.
All right, Buru, any final comments?
Yeah. Well, I have some fucking points to make. All right, number one, since Sean McVay,
and that ends the show. Have a nice day, everybody.
Sean McVay took over in 2017. The Rams have the best away record. They have the best away record. I'd also like to point out, Ryan brought up the Saints defense being the top 5. Do you know why they're top 5? Is because their pass defense is 22nd in the league. And if you're an offensive coordinator, you're going to throw them. So it skews the stats. Plus, they lost Sheldon Rankin. So you're going to be able to run against the Saints, and they're going to keep Drew Brees off the field because Gurley and C.J. Anderson are going to run the ball. They're going to keep Drew Brees off the field. So for all those reasons, and I also am protesting this show because I don't even. So I guess this isn't even the Rams pick because I'm being outvoted, even though it's my pick. So I guess because all you guys are picking the Saints, so I guess it's not even the fucking Rams then. I picked the fucking Rams, and all you guys picked the Saints. Does that mean it's the Saints pick? Scott, you're the producer. You figure it out. It's all valid points.
All right. On 3, go Rams. 1, 2, 3.
Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go Saints.
We ended up their ass. All right, good luck, bro.
All right, man. Later.
Later, bye.
Take care.
2.